Most Americans remember Betsy Ross as the American woman who wove the first flag for the American colonies. In 2008, she was listed as the sixth most famous American, excluding presidents and first ladies. She has been revered for centuries for creating the flag with the infamous 5-point star. However, the truth is, no one can actually prove she made the first flag. Mark Leibson is the author of a popular 2005 history, Old Glory Flag, an American biography. He said in an interview, "As far as the big question is concerned, did she make the first American flag? Every historical study has come to the same conclusion. There's no good historical evidence that she did, but that doesn't mean she didn't. There's simply a lack of documentation. Most historians believe the story is apocryphal." End quote. The Betsy Ross House Museum in Philadelphia believes she was the creator of the first flag and points to the Independence Hall Association, who states, "Betsy Ross sewed the first American flag. When we view the flag, we think of liberty, freedom, pride, and Betsy Ross. The American flag flies on the moon, sits atop Mount Everest, is hurtling out in space. The flag is how American signs her name. It is no surprise that Betsy Ross has become one of the most cherished figures of American history." End quote. Most Americans certainly learn and believe Betsy Ross wove the first American flag. Merchandise featuring Ross and the flag can be purchased, and on July 4th, many Americans still fly her infamous flag featuring the 13 5-point stars. Over 250,000 Americans visit the Betsy Ross House in Philadelphia, where she supposedly made the flag each year. The history of how the tale came about is as follows. In 1870, Ross's grandson, William Canby, presented a paper to the Historical Society of Pennsylvania, where he claimed in June of 1776, George Washington, Robert Morris, and George Ross came to Betsy Ross's shop on Arch Street in Philadelphia to speak to her about a flag design. The men brought a rough sketch of the flag. However, it had 6 points, which Betsy soon changed to 5, that could be made with a single snip of the scissors. Canby feels that within a few days, Betsy had made her first American flag. By 1873, the Betsy Ross story was appearing in national journals. In 1809, Canby's brother and nephew published a book, The Evolution of the American Flag. That volume cemented Widow Ross's place in the public mind. However, Congress did not adopt an official flag until 1777, 1 year after Canby claimed she made her flag. There are no diaries, letters, articles, or newspaper journals naming Ross as the creator of the flag. The only information we have is a painting, the birth of our nation's flag, depicted at the 1893 Columbian Exchange in Chicago. Prints of the painting, which feature Betsy showing a flag to the committee, brought the legend into homes across the country. Evidence does, however, show Ross made flags for the Pennsylvania Navy. Recent scholarship indicates that credit for the first flag might instead belong to Francis Hopkinson, a New Jersey congressman. In letters to Congress dated around 1780, he asked to be paid for various work, including designing the flag of the United States of America. However, he could have just designed the flag Washington, Ross, and Morris presented to Betsy Ross. Laurel Thatcher Ulrich feels there is no point arguing over who made the first flag because there was not a flag. On June 14, 1777, the Continental Congress passed a resolution stating only that the flag of the 13 United States be 13 stripes alternate red and white, that the Union be 13 stars, white in a blue field representing a new constellation. Flag sheets from the 1780s and 1790s show flags with 3 colored stripes. Regardless if Betsy Ross wove the first American flag, she was still a main woman figure during the American Revolution who provides the ideals of liberty and freedom for generations to come.